The Dems were right. Trump said, okay, Biden, you were doing the right thing. Funding Ukraine was a good decision. You can't deny that because that's what he did. July 11th, resumed all funding to Ukraine. Are you going to be in denial of that? Are you going to deny reality again, Neil? What's up, Neil? Do you support Trump? I actually kind of forgot you were here.
Absolutely support Trump.
Man, I kind of forgot that you're here. I'm sorry, Neil.
Oh, you're good, man. I was listening to you. I'm glad your mental health, what you said earlier, you're doing better. You know, that's awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Take it away. Why do you support Trump?
Yeah. Oh, well, I support Trump. One, he's our president, right? The election's over. We all Americans should be backing Trump.
No, the reason why that's bad is because social support for or against a president and or their actions is kind of like a hidden lever of like a check and balance that functions inside of our country. Because if we apply social pressure against the things that the administration is doing because they're harmful and bad, well, then the administration is less likely to engage in them. But if we just kind of like agree with what you're saying and suck the boot no matter what, he's president, therefore we should support him regardless of what he's doing, then he's just emboldened to literally do whatever he wants regardless if it's harmful or not, right? We should definitely be critical of a president when they do something that's bad and be grateful of a president when they do something that's good.
100%. We should criticize the president. I mean, that's absolutely
right.
But at the end of the day, that's our guy, right? Like that's the guy going on Air Force One. That's our boy.
Wait. I have a question.
Right?
Are you pro like the Second Amendment, pro 2A?
I'm pro Trump.
I'm pro
the guy who's the president.
Are you
Absolutely.
pro? Are you pro
president?
Are you pro Constitution?
Of course, I love the Constitution.
Doesn't the Constitution guarantee specific rights, like the right to bear and own guns to fight a tyrannical government?
Yeah, absolutely, sure.
Oh, okay, so the Constitution tells us that we should literally fight a tyrannical leader with guns. I'd say the least you could do is just redact your support from the guy if he's doing bad things.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, Trump is doing good, man.
So what is he doing?
Trump is doing a lot of good. He's doing a lot of good, man. He's trying to end these wars.
Did you support Biden?
I did support Biden.
So you were pro-Biden?
I actually voted. I did vote for Biden. Yeah, because dude, Trump first term, it was rough, man. He had a rough start, but he's really like he's definitely a better president.
JB Coop, thank you for the galaxy.
Dude, it was hard. It was hard to vote for the vice president.
Were you pro Kamala Harris?
No.
Wait, why? No. Because she was serving as our vice president.
She didn't do anything as the vice president.
Name one thing any vice president has ever done in American history.
Wait, what? We're not talking about them. We're talking about.
Oh, yes, we are. Name one thing that any vice president has ever done in American history.
Oh, man, that's. I mean, Joe Biden was president or vice president. And
what did he do? What's one thing he did?
Yeah, he posted on Twitter that they got Bin Laden. He was the first one to do it. That was pretty G.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty awesome.
Okay, Beanie, thank you for the galaxy. So the best you can give me is a singular tweet. Okay, so obviously you're not too educated on anything that any vice president has ever done in American history. So when you tell me that you supported the rapist fascist over Kamala Harris in the election because you don't think that she did much as VP, all that you're really telling me is that you're ignorant, you're not well researched, and you just superimposed your ignorance onto her to demonize her instead of turning around, checking yourself, and maybe just seeking an education. Like, if you can name like a handful of things like prior VPs have done outside of Kamala Harris, and then argued that she had done nothing, then I would have responded and been like, that's false. She passed more tie-breaking votes than any other VP in American history and worked alongside the Biden-Harris administration, passed some of those monumental domestic policy like the Chips and Science Act, Infrastructure Bill, PACT Act, etc. But because you can't name anything that any other VP in American history did, this just more so speaks towards your own ignorance compared to a legitimate argument.
So because I can't name something off the top of my head about some previous vice president, that means she would have been better than Trump?
No,
is that your argument?
It means that your
that's kind of ridiculous, right?
It means that your argument isn't rationally founded, but rather based on your own ignorance. So why should I like honor and like give credence to a position that's based on ignorance, not rationale?
I guess like I don't even know how we got down this route because your question is why do you support Trump?
Right, and that is
right. And how did we get to this?
Yeah, because you told me that you support him because Kamala Harris didn't do anything when she was VP. And then I demonstrated to you with the use of a counter argument that the reason you think she didn't do anything as VP isn't because you have good reason to believe so. It's actually because you have no reason to believe that any vice president in American history has done anything because you're ignorant.
No, one of the best things Trump's done is he's put an end to the wasteful spending of money in this country.
No, I didn't.
Like, the Democrats function in a way where they just love to spend, just give away our money, right? Give it all away to fight wars, all of that, man. You want to know why student loans didn't get forgiven under Biden? It's because we gave all the money away to fight a war in Ukraine.
Okay, so
that's what happened there, man.
Did you know that Donald Trump has already spent more than the Biden-Harris administration spent in their 4 years? What the fuck are you doing?
No, dude, no.
Yes,
yes. Why are we cursing at each other?
Well, I use curse words not as like a.
Why are we cursing?
I don't use them as a totem of disrespect, but rather as like a totem of like significance, right? It is like incredibly significantly stupid that you're making the argument that the Democrats like to spend more than Trump when Trump has already spent more than the Biden-Harris administration in 4 years in 200 days.
He's got to fix the mess that they left behind. I mean, got to spend money to fix that, right?
His spending wasn't on fixing a mess. It was on like the big, beautiful bill that only made the quote unquote mess worse by taking money from the poor and giving it to the rich and killing people in the process by taking healthcare away from 10 million and food stamps away from 3 million.
Dean, Biden was hibernating the last 2 years of his office. He didn't do anything.
Oh,
the country was a mess.
So earlier you're talking about pivots. This is example number one. You bring up that you think Trump spends less. I prove you wrong. And then you're like, well, he's been spending more with good reason. I prove you wrong. And then you go, but Biden was sleepy and old. Come on, bro. Try harder than that.
You don't live in reality, man.
You don't live in reality.
You just feel like everything should be free. I hear you on Parker all the time. Everything should be free. And it's like reality comes into play when it's like, how are you going to pay for all of that, man? I used to be just like you, where I used to be like, oh, let's do all these good things. And it's like, you can't, right? How are you going to pay for that?
Do you think that it should be free to drive on public roadways? You guys
don't live in reality at all, man.
Should it be free to drive on public roadways, such as the interstate system?
No, we pay tolls for a reason, man. Like, how are you going to fix the potholes and all of that?
Whoa. The interstate isn't necessarily tolled.
Most of them are, man. And like the ones that are not,
most of them are? That's
and they're not
true.
maintained.
Wait, no, that's not true at all.
Where do you live that you don't pay a toll to drive on a road?
Yeah, Colorado, I-70, all the way through is not tolled.
Colorado, okay.
I-70, all the way through Colorado to Kentucky, through Kansas to Tennessee and Illinois. I-70, all the way through is not tolled.
It's very common to pay a toll to drive on an interstate road in many parts of America.
I think that it's common to pay a toll to go in into like a fast lane, but it's not common to pay a toll to necessarily drive on the interstate in the first place.
If I wanted to drive from New York City to Boston, I'm definitely paying a bunch of tolls along the way.
Okay. Well, I mean,
that's just facts.
So do you think in like areas such as like, for instance, Colorado to Tennessee and all the states in between that have open and free interstates that you don't have to pay a toll on to drive, that you should be able to do that?
Well, I'm not, sure. I mean,
oh wait, really? Where's that money going to come from?
There's a reason some roads you pay tolls on some roads, right? It's because of how they're recovering the cost from building it.
Wait, so you'd say that like the tolls that you pay in New York are paying for my interstate in Colorado?
Oh, 100%, bro. Like, let's be clear about something. There are certain states that are paying more in taxes than they get back from the government, right?
Right. So
there are some states like New York
like the blue
that
states.
Are paying more.
Yeah, exactly, the blue states.
Yeah, what's your point? Like, I don't even know like what your big whoop is. Like,
yeah, that the blue states are economic contributors and the red states are the quote unquote freeloaders. But no, my point is you basically just said that you're okay with
the red states don't make as much money as New York. What are you talking about? New York City isn't in Alabama. Like that's a ridiculous point. If New York City was in Alabama, I guarantee you Alabama would be paying more than the state of New York. Like that's ridiculous.
So we see.
I'm sorry, Alabama isn't located in the Northeast. What are you talking about?
So all that I'm suggesting is that blue states seemingly pay significantly more in taxes, even per capita, compared to red states, accounting for population. Now, point two, something else I'd like to suggest here, is that you just told me I should be able to drive for free on interstates, even though the taxpayer pays for it, right? So you're okay with individuals accessing necessary public services for free? And if you're okay with the public accessing necessary public services for free, then why were you not okay with 10 million low-income Americans accessing Medicaid for free?
Because free stuff is never good, man.
So you don't
when you make stuff free, it's not good.
Would you say it's good for me
Quality
to
goes
freely
down.
drive on the interstates in Colorado?
Those roads are going to have potholes, man. They're not going to be maintained. They're not going to have lights on them.
They're maintained.
That's just how it works, man.
And the maintenance and the lights are paid for by the taxpayers, right? And in fact,
those roads are dark at night. I can guarantee you those roads are dark at night.
Have you ever drove an I-70?
I haven't, but I can guarantee you it is.
So then who should we trust more? The person that drives an I-70 every other month, or the person that's never been on I-70 in their life?
Let's trust me more.
You should trust. Okay, so now you're just like being like intentionally bad faith because you know you've lost the debate. And if you don't think that we should have any like free social safety nets, do you think that we should also get rid of the police?
I think no, that's ridiculous.
Wait, why? Because they're a social safety net that you get for free, and they're paid for.
Dean, you gotta let this go, man. Like Trump won, man.
Damn, what a retreat! He's bowing out. He said, Dean, you just made a very compelling. Yes, like, you are.
Again, it's reality.
Yes, man.
Right?
I just made a very compelling counter argument. I just made a very compelling counter argument to you by pointing out that the police are free. You think the police are good, and they're paid for by the taxpayers.
The police are not free. No, the police are paid by the taxpayers. I'm just saying, like. I'm kind of over all that. You gotta accept Trump, bro. President Trump is here, man. He's here to stay.
Well, you don't have a reasonable argument. You just have words.
It's just like you come on here and like you hate on the guy every day, and like you won't ever acknowledge any of the good that he does. No, he doesn't. See, like, it's an attitude like that divides the country. Like we don't need that.
Oh
bro.
Yeah, it's an attitude like being realistic in alignment with.
You come on here and say he sucks. Like. No, you come in here and
so you're telling me.
Call him a fascist.
Listen, my friend.
That's the president.
Let me talk real quick. So you're telling me that when Donald Trump goes on Howard Stern's radio show and boasts about how he likes to perv on kids, that I'm in the wrong for turning around, looking at that and being like, that's fucking terrible. I'm the one dividing the country by having a negative reaction to him sexually exploiting children. I'm the one that's dividing the country for having a negative reaction for him taking healthcare away from 66 million American women. I'm the one having a negative reaction for turning around and criticizing him for being in the Epstein files and directing the FBI to redact his name and then never releasing them even though he promised to.
Dean, how long ago was he on Howard Stern?
Get pushed. 20 years ago, I didn't know that condemning.
20 years ago,
I didn't know that condemning predator. I didn't know that condemning predators that sexually exploit children had a statute of limitations on it.
I'm not like saying that is okay at all, but like it was 20 years ago. We all know the type of guy Trump is.
Only sexually exploited.
He's on Howard
20 years ago. If he sexually exploited your daughter 20 years ago, would you still support him today?
What are you talking about when you say that, by the way? That's a serious accusation.
I'm talking about him unconsensually.
Go ahead and tell the audience.
I'm talking about Donald Trump unconsensually perving on the bodies of naked minors while they were getting undressed and changed in a women/girls only space.
Oh my God, really?
Yes, really.
My God, yeah.
So did you just like basically reject it?
I mean, bro, like really? Come on. Like is that it? Is that all you got? Did he touch anybody? Did he do anything? No, he didn't do anything.
Oh my God. So now you're downplaying it. Okay.
Bro, like what are we talking about? Like,
so let me ask you a question. If you had a 16-year-old daughter.
What are we talking about?
So if you had a 16-year-old daughter and you took her to Kohl's to get a dress for homecoming, and
absolutely, I mean, I know where you're going with this. Absolutely not. But
and then she's trying that dress on in a woman's dressing room, and then the floor manager, that's like a 65-year-old man, brushes past you, takes his key, unlocks the door to look at her when she's completely naked without any clothes on, and then turns around and publicly boasts about how good your minor daughter's boobs look to him. Would you take that seriously?
Dean, two very different situations. Man.
The only difference is the location.
Very different. No, bro. Like, obviously that dude's getting his teeth knocked out.
That's what he did. He owned Miss Teen USA, and when all of the teenager contestants were backstage before the show. It wasn't Miss Teen
USA, it was Miss Universe.
Oh, okay.
It's not Miss Teen USA.
So then why do we have like 1 billion accounts from like 10 different of the now women who were teens at Miss Teen USA testify that he did exactly what he's described on Howard Stern's radio podcast as doing to them, as well as if this was at Miss USA or Miss Universe, it would not be relevantly different insofar as how wrong it is, because although adult women can consent to that, doesn't mean they did. In fact, they didn't, as he did it without their permission.
So you're acknowledging that you just made that up, right? It was not Miss Teen USA, it was actually Miss Universe. You're acknowledging that you...
No, I didn't make that up. That's based upon the testimony of the people that were at Miss Teen USA. He did this to both teens and adult women.
In terms of the Howard Stern interview, you're talking about Miss Universe, right?
How do you know that?
I remember the clip when you said it. I recall seeing the clip on like YouTube as I'm scrolling.
So did he say Miss Universe in the clip?
I can't remember. I'm pretty sure that's what he meant.
Okay. How much do you want to bet? How much do you want to bet that he said Miss Universe in the clip?
I can't recall exactly. But and that's the thing.
I don't think it could be a conflict of interest, but it's the kind of thing you worry about later.
Oh, I see.
You tend to think about the conflict a little bit later on.
The question is, how can it not be construed?
No,
I
mean, some of these foreign girls, Mr. Trump, in my country, we say hello with the vagina. And well, you could also say, as the owner of the pageant, it's your obligation to do that. So you have done that. Now, I'll tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show. Yes. And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else, and no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting. Right, I want to make sure that
like
everything is good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible-looking women, and so I sort of get away with things like that.
Any thoughts, Neil? I didn't hear a Miss Universe in there. Did you?
I didn't hear a Miss Universe. No.
Right. So why would you posit such a ridiculously false claim?
I mean, you're the one that said it, right?
No, you were the one that said it.
No, you said Miss Teen USA.
Because we've had teenagers that were at these.
Did you hear Miss? Did you hear him say Miss Teen USA in there? No, you didn't, right?
But we've had the teenagers come forward and say that this happened to them. My assumption would be is that he did this at Miss Universe, at Miss USA, and at Miss Teen USA. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what Trump's done.
You don't know? Okay, you want to play stupid? That's fine. Because even if you want to play stupid on this point, well, can we agree that
playing stupid? I don't know what the guy's done.
Can we agree that he admitted to doing that at least one of these three pageants?
I mean, yeah, like he's on Howard Stern.
Is it any worse to sexually exploit girls than it is to sexually exploit women?
Oh my God.
Is it? Is it? No, tell me. Is it? Is it any worse to sexually exploit girls than it is to sexually exploit women? Because in my mind, it isn't. Right? Right? So now we know it'd be just as wrong if he did this at Miss Teen USA, then it would be wrong if he did this at Miss USA, then it would be wrong if he did this at Miss Universe. Regardless of what pageant he did this at, the girl or women, the girls or women, were not consenting. The girls weren't consenting because they can't, and the women weren't consenting because they didn't. So please, are you going to defend sexual exploitation now?
Absolutely not. Oh
okay, so you now condemn Trump for sexually exploiting either girls or women or both.
I mean, end of the day, Trump was on Howard Stern. He said what he said. American people still voted him as president because we care. There's bigger stuff to take care of, and Trump is the guy to take care of it now.
Okay, like what?
You need to get behind him.
Yeah, what is bigger that he's going to take care of? Tell me.
He's taking care of a lot. He's about to get that Nobel Peace Prize.
Like what?
He's taking care of a lot, whether you want to acknowledge it or not.
Like what? Be specific. Like what?
He's meeting with Putin. He's going to shut down these wars. He's trying to help.
He's going to end the Russian-Ukrainian war?
Taking care of. He's doing a lot more than Biden did.
Actually, no. He's now doing what Biden did.
He's absolutely doing a lot more than Biden did.
No. He's now doing what Biden did. He defunded Ukraine on day one, and then 175 days later, on July 11th, once he realized it was a failing approach because it disincentivized Russia to reach a peace agreement as there's less international pressure on them to do so, he then resumed all the funding to Ukraine.
Putin wasn't behaving yet.
Yeah, because defunding Ukraine made the victim weaker, which made Russia stronger, which gave them more say to do what they want and misbehave, quote unquote. So then he resumed all the funding like Biden and Kamala Harris did all along. The Democrats were right all along. The Democrats had it right. Funding Ukraine was the right decision because it placed more international pressure on Russia. And now even the Trump administration has made that concession because they resumed it last month. The Dems were right. Trump said, okay, Biden, you were doing the right thing. Funding Ukraine was a good decision. You can't deny that because that's what he did. July 11th, resumed all funding to Ukraine. Are you going to be in denial of that? Are you going to deny reality again, Neil?
Putin wasn't behaving. He had to be stopped.
Oh, okay. So do you deny that he resumed all of the Biden-Harris funding to Ukraine?
He did the right thing when it was needed.
So funding Ukraine was the right thing?
Defunding them in the beginning was absolutely the right thing. It was out of control.
Okay. So why was it right to take the funding away from Ukraine 200 days ago but it was also right to resume all of the funding to Ukraine 50 days ago.
Not all of it. Wasn't all of it.
So what funding did he cut?
It went from infinity to now controlled.
Oh, okay. So please give me a source to demonstrate that the Biden-Harris administration gave infinite money to Ukraine.
It was blank checks, man. It was blank checks being given.
So that's actually illegal. So Congress can't just sign blank checks and give them to other countries.
You and I both
like the
know
budgeting has to be passed through like quarterly appropriation bills. So no, they weren't breaking federal law and granting funding outside of quarterly appropriation bills as delegated by Congress. Because remember, Congress has the power of the purse per the Constitution, but of course you don't know that.
No, what I know is what I see with my eyes every day. When Biden was in charge, we had
so you saw the blank checks?
Falling.
Wait, you saw the blank checks? Wait. If you're telling me that you believe what your eyes see and you haven't seen the blank checks, then you don't believe that they were sending blank checks. Come on, this is too free. Your ignorance is so easy to refute. Right? So you don't believe in the blank checks because you only believe in what you see and you haven't seen them. Right? Feel free to unmute. Tell us. Come on, Neil. Come back. There you go. So you don't believe that they were sending them blank checks since you didn't see them sending them blank checks, right?
I believe that I'm seeing bridges in this country falling because they're not being maintained under Biden.
Biden literally passed
in this country.
Biden literally passed $1 trillion maintenance bill for American bridges.
He didn't do anything. What did Biden?
He literally passed $1 trillion maintenance bill for American bridges.
No, dude.
No, he didn't pass the infrastructure bill? Then who passed the infrastructure bill?
We needed Trump so bad. Thank God Trump wanted to run again.
If Biden didn't pass the infrastructure bill, then who did?
Oh, Biden passed something, sure, but I don't know what came out of that.
Oh, $1 trillion to rebuild bridges came out of that.
Well, I mean, Trump passed the big beautiful bill, and I know that that's the largest tax cut in American history.
That's also not
talk about
true.
That more.
Give me evidence.
That's 100% true.
Give me evidence.
Give you evidence?
Yes. Oh, is that a new word for you?
Just go online and take a look.
Okay, take a look where?
You should actually go to. I'll send you the link.
Okay, what's the link?
I'll message you.
No, just say it on live.
The American Presidency Project. You can go take a look.
Okay. All right. I'm bored with you. We're going to move on to the next guest. Hopefully find a guest that isn't like Neil. I feel like Neil was just being intentionally dense to screw around.